How's it going, guys? Welcome back to West of Loathing. I'm a wee bit scared that I'm leveling things up a bit too much in this area, that it's just going to get increasingly difficult for me. I think I need to give the Necromancer another try. You find a lone tombstone off the side of the road. It is the final resting place of Clyde Treasurehaver. I think I've found at least a treasurehaver before, whether or not it was this exact one. I think I've found those trousers before, and I don't think any of that was new. So this is cool. Cool area we've been to before. Nothing's really changed, except now there's this lightning-y glitch. You know what, I'm closing the game. I'm sick of that being there. Let's get rid of that. There, the glitch is gone. Just took closing and opening things. Pretty straightforward. In we go. Now we gotta deal with... Whoops. Well, back in we go. Good thing we didn't forget the password for some reason. This is where things are gonna get tough. But let's see what we can do. Let me see if I just commit. If I just commit to killing like a couple of them right away. Or do I commit to like jacking up my own stats? Or usable once per fight, increases all of my stats. Or this one, reduce targets moxie. Only the targets moxie. And these are all muscle-bound fighters, I think. But their damage to me might be determined by moxie still. I think it's a muscle versus muscle matchup. So that's not a lot I can do with that. Alright, I'm increasing my everything. That seems like a good bet. Having extra everything can't be bad, is my general theory here. I just have to try and dynamite a couple. You know what? If he already got you started, let's see. It's gonna take 5 dynamite to kill you. You guys take a lot of dynamite to kill. I don't want to waste all of my dynamite, but I think this is the best way to stand the best chance of surviving this fight, honestly. I could potentially kill 2 skeletons. This guy has the least health, so I should try and line up those 2 to kill. Who's dynamiteable? Maybe this is just the worst. Maybe this is just the worst way to do it. Maybe I'm wasting so much dynamite, but I don't know what else to do. I got pretty rocked last time, and I'm very scared of just completely dying again. Maybe I lasso up someone while I'm at it. Rope this guy up. Doesn't end my turn. Good, I actually forgot to check that and got really scared at the last minute that was gonna end my turn. Okay, shoot the backmost guy. See how many of these guys you can rip through. Hopefully you can kill 2 of them. Shit, I probably should have used a couple dynamites on him just to ensure that I killed 2 of them. That might have been a mistake. This guy's roped up. Who's the next strongest after him? This guy in the back, you're getting roped up as well. And hopefully between the 4 of these guys, they can't kill me. Oh, shit. It's actually only going to take 3 of them to kill me? Jesus Christ. Those things were harder than I expected. Glutton for punishment. You just can't get enough losing. You gain experience from fights even when you lose. Oh, come on. That makes me so angry. Shit. Alright, 3 anger. That's very concerning. Fuck. I'm honestly just thinking I am not ready for this. And if I'm not ready for this, there's not a lot I can do. I'll take a quick wander. I don't have a keystone, so I guess I'm leaving that be. That's a bummer. I might have to set up the train for like the rest of the way to west. I might need to set up the train to head the rest of the way west. I'm kind of taken back. I'm really bummed that I'm suddenly just stuck like this. This sucks. I expected that after going through all of this that maybe I would be in a slightly better place and be able to handle this, but shit, it's not looking good. Alright, well, let's go check out the camp. Let's talk to everyone. Let's see what we can do. There's got to be something. Everyone just complaining about the train not moving again. This guy's sleeping again. Must have sleepwalked here. Oh, I did go talk to these guys, didn't I? This guy has stopped messing with his watch and started eating jelly beans? I know a lot about jelly beans now. Maybe we have something to talk about. You sure I can't have one of those jelly beans? Yep. Well, it was worth a shot. Well, I thought there would be more to it than that. She's still singing that awesome song. Maybe she's singing the West of Loathing theme song, which just happens to sound a lot like the Good, the Bad, and Ugly thing. Hey boss, good news. We got that lumber shipment in from Redwood and we're ready to go. Oh right, it was just a logging permit that I was waiting on, not actually lumber. I do have lumber. You got the bridge built already? Yep, most of the passengers were so bored they chipped in to help. Wow, nice. Now we just have to lay tracks the rest of the way into Frisco and our work is done. Both mine and yours. See you there, boss. You discovered Frisco. I can actually head out to Frisco now? That's kind of like the whole thing in this, isn't it? One of those pay telescopes. There's designed by a young artist named Edvard Munch. You look at the wooden bridge you built with your own 2 hands, and by using those 2 hands to provide services for the Redwood Lumberjacks, I mean. Yes, my own 2 hands. Well, let's just walk there. Oh my goodness, do I actually go to Frisco? I might encounter a wander, and it might be a very difficult wander, so there's always the risk of that. Oh, kind of worried. An ancient seaweed-draped skeleton is shambling towards you, hissing and moaning. Oh, hi, I guess we must be near the beach? Hiss. How do you determine where the desert stops and the beach begins? Hiss. I don't really know how to tell the difference between desert sand and beach sand. I don't want to fight him, just in case. This is why I was scared about heading over here, is that this thing might be harder than all the skeletons that I just fought at the Necromancer's place, right? I'm in the next area. Things probably took another leap up in difficulty like they did going from the first area to the second. So I'm a little worried. I'm going to stick to non-violent routes as much as I can until I get a bunch of stats up. Oh, wait. My gosh, are you Davy Jones? I'm a huge fan. I have all your albums. Can I have your autograph? The skeleton scribbles something onto a piece of paper for you and then wanders off puzzled. Rainy Jane was really underrated. I actually got an autograph that I get to hang on to now. A confused skeleton scribbled its name on a piece of paper for you. Apparently its name was... And you got 50 experience. This reminds me of just like a quick side story. When I was living in the residence at school, just like the dorm rooms there, in my second year, there was a guy who moved in. There was international students, usually about 1/10 of each floor would be these international students, lots of them from China. And this one guy was very new to Canada. He had been living there for less than a week, I think, and classes were starting like the next day. We're going around introducing ourselves. I say, hey, I'm Graeme. Everyone introduces. Why don't you let us know your name? And it's up to you if you want to go by your original Chinese name, or lots of them will choose an English name. You know, it's kind of funny sometimes because it goes from being like Jin Yang to being like Brian. And a lot of the times I prefer to go by the original Chinese name because I just feel like it's not that hard for me to learn. I could figure it out. Like, if you prefer it, they'll do it for you. But a lot of them just kind of lean into it. They become Jenny or Brian or whatever, and they just go with it. So that's their choice. But we asked this guy, can you tell us what your name is? And he says, Scourge. And we're like, don't be shy, man. You can tell us. Let us know. And he was like, well, no, I just am uncertain about it. I kind of just picked it like a few days ago. I just saw it somewhere and thought it was cool. And we're like, well, write it down for us, maybe, and we'll help you pronounce it, because it's kind of funny. He doesn't know how to pronounce his own name. He writes it down for us. This guy named himself Skeleton. I don't know where he saw it and why he thought it was a name, but his official English name, I assume you have to write it on some kind of official documents, was Skeleton. It was awesome. So I knew a guy named Skeleton. So that, having the autograph there, whatever, that reminded me of it. Oh, I guess the ranch storyline is probably still going. Susie probably sees a ranch. Hey, Susie. Howdy. Guess I just get used to checking this map once in a while. That was very folksy phrasing. No ranches nearby? Not that I know about. There's a custard stand. No ranches, but she still found something? Well, okay then. The last custard stand. The last stand of General Custard. This is genius. Let's just I'll figure things out on my own right now, Susie. I'm feeling a little lost. Your guidance is appreciated, but I'm figuring things out for myself right now. Oh, also, I just realized the train stopped, and I'm not in a town. So did something go wrong here? What's going on, Smee? This fancy pants calls himself the Emperor, and he won't let us build our tracks up to the station. Can you see if you can talk some sense into him? So we don't just land straight in Frisco. Frisco is like the end game destination. Frisco city limit, we're almost there. Who the heck are you? I'm Emperor Norton. I'm in charge of this city, and you can't build any train tracks here without my permission. An emperor? Where's your crown then? As it happens, I lost my dang crown. Fool thing didn't fit right anyway, but without it, I can't issue any official permits, and that means no rails for you. Unless, of course, you were to give me a new crown. A properly fitting one. I don't have any crowns, sorry. Well, I guess that just tears it, don't it? What the hell just happened? I got this honeycomb pattern on the screen. So not only do you not get the permit, but also, he reaches into his pocket and grabs a handful of powder which he throws in your face. Your eyes burn? Ha! Have a taste of my famous ent-eye virus, sucker. Your vision goes all weird and you pass out. No, you bitch. When you come to, Norton is gone and so is the train. What the hell is going on? Oh, thank goodness that didn't count as like an anger thing. That was freaking me out. I was going to be so goddamn angry if that counted as me getting killed. Alright, I don't know what the shit is going on here. Wait, so was he not the Emperor? Who the hell was that guy? What was that all about? Where'd the train go? The lunatic stole it. He drove it off somewhere into the desert. Norton's gone off the rails. He points to a set of deep ruts off to the side of the railroad tracks. You walk over to investigate, but you can't see it because of the weird hexagon thing your eye is doing. You should probably get that checked out, boss. The Norton fella said something about an ent-eye virus? Like an antivirus, an antivirus. Maybe someone around here knows something about that? Probably. It does look pretty cool, though. It's like walking around in a silly funhouse mirror. I'm a big fan of that. What do you think, Susie? Ugh, this is the worst. Did I hear Smee say ent-eye virus? I ain't liking the sound of that. Yeah, it sucks. Everything looks really weird and it's making me dizzy. My granny used to say, honey's real good for infections and illnesses and the like. Maybe if we can find some kind of super powerful honey somewheres? Any ideas? Say, didn't that Roy Bean fella have some kind of special honey jelly bean? Maybe that'd do the trick. That's ridiculous, but I guess it's worth a shot. Best get going. Did he have some kind of magical honey jelly bean? I honestly don't remember that being a thing. Do I need to go deal with that before I go wandering around Frisco here? Maybe I kind of wander around town for a minute. First, the station, the projection, now playing Protectionist Wanted, Clooney's? Clooney's? Like George Clooney? A flyer of some sort. The comedy flyer. This is something you found on the ground in Frisco, which means that is the absolute best case scenario. It's garbage. Well, someone will want it, I'm sure, and just some houses. It's just nearly identical houses as far as the eye can see in that direction. Oh, we're not going to let me actually wander through them, are ya? Hey, I can actually go into Clooney's. It is Clooney's, not Clooney's. What? Oh, there's a big rumble going on there. Another spittoon. Well, I'll be a new face. I'm Clooney. Make yourself at home. Thanks, I'm the grimy slinger. New to town? I've been helping Manifest Destiny get the rail tracks laid. We're very, very close, but haven't quite finished yet. Sounds like you could use a drink. Clooney, I sure could. What have you got? What's the big brawl going on? What can you tell me about Frisco? What can you tell me about Frisco first off? Oh, it's a fine town. Fella named Samson Frisco founded it way back when the mines first opened out this way and everyone caught the fever. Mining fever? Yep, the kind you get from breathing too much dirt. Frisco was a doctor, you see. Ah, gotcha. Well, what's with the huge brawl? Them fellas are always blowing off steam. I just let them go ahead and get their aggressions out, so long as they keep over there away from what furniture I've got left. I see. Well, what have you got? Ooh, fancy drinks. A New Amsterdam. That new name is never gonna stick. The new fashioned instead of the old fashioned. The cocktail was just invented last week. It's got whiskey and sugar and bitters in it, and it's garnished with a new kind of orange peel thing called a twist. The olive gin cone. There's got to be a better name for this. Probably not, but I'm going to buy one up anyways. I don't have room for booze right now, but hopefully I will soon. Maybe I can actually play darts here for a change. Bye-bye, barman. I don't need to know anything else right now. As much as I want to check out the spittoon, I do want to get this ridiculous hexagon shit dealt with. It seems like it's going to get really annoying really fast. So let's go head over to Roy Bean's place and hopefully get that dealt with. I don't have a keystone again. God dang it. I don't know if I have enough scraps to build one either. Nope, I really don't have many scraps at all. Howdy, the Grimy. Thanks for helping me get back all my jelly beans. Don't mention it. Oh, no, I wanted your help here. Very rare 6,000 meat? Does this jelly bean really cost 6,000 meat? Well, normally it does, yes, but I guess seeing as how you helped me out with them bandits and goblins and damn dirty hippies, let's call her 5? 5 meat, really? For a second there, I was like, oh, this is gonna wipe me out. I don't even have 6,000 meat. I'm gonna have to go grind for meat and then spend it all. And I was like, I'm just gonna have to live with this crazy hexagon shit until I find an alternate cure. But okay, yeah, I reckon. Better buy it in a hurry before I change my mind. Buy it instantly. You hand over the meat, you almost feel bad because of the depth of the discount. A rare and expensive jelly bean made from the honey of the Paraguayan murder bee. Take your leave. Please cure my shit. You eat the jelly bean and your vision immediately clears. Modern medicine is really amazing. Thank you for the suggestion, Susie. There, now we got that dealt with. Now I don't have any concerns about going back to Frisco and dealing with things. A thin stream of smoke over the next hill indicates a nearby campfire, so you decide to check it out. It turns out instead to be a man strolling around nonchalantly. He's wearing a top hat, which is on fire. Hey, mister, your hat's on fire. Yes, I know. You don't seem particularly bothered by it. Well, I don't think panicking would solve anything. I guess you've got a point. I almost wish that was just the end of it. I just wandered away and left him to it. You have a point of sorts. So what's your deal? My deal? Well, I'm an artist. I see. So this is some kind of performance art thing? Oh, you mean the hat? No, that's just a coincidence. I'm a painter. Try to convince him to take the hat off. Well, he's going to give it to me and then there's nothing I can do with it anyways. Mister, you need to take that hat off. You'll roast your brain. Perhaps. But think how handy it'll be for reading at night. Use reverse psychology. I have that hornswoggling high for a reason. I suppose there's no point in trying to convince you. That's how fashion goes, right? Fashion? What do you mean? Well, wearing a hat that's on fire, it's all the rage right now, isn't it? Everyone's doing it. I see it everywhere I go. Everywhere? Sure. There's even a milliner in town that's selling them pre-burning, so you don't have to light it yourself. Something wrong? The man wordlessly removes his burning hat, hands it to you and walks away. The burning top hat. This looks like it was probably a nice hat before it got set on fire. Mysticality. At least I got the experience for it. That's mostly what I was hunting for at that point. Man, it must have been hard to build that bridge across that waterway back in these old times where that just would be much more difficult to do. Oh, do you have anything to say about my cured eyes? We made it. We got all the way west. We surely did. Thanks for having me along, the Grimy. It's been good times by and large. Please don't leave me yet, Susie. I need you. Oh, heck, Susie Cochran, are you fixing to split on me? Ha, no, I got no particular pressing business. I'll stick around until you've finished, whatever it is you think you're doing. High five. Who knows how long that'll go on? Could be another few days, could be 20 more episodes. Who's to say? Into Clunseas we go again. I want to check on that spittoon. Oh boy, another spittoon, let's go. Possibly the last one. I thought the last one was going to be the last one, and I was fooled then. What's with the excitement? I've given up. This is the last spittoon in the game. Hey, what do you know? And I'm not going to try to convince you to not be the most disgusting person on earth anymore. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, search the filthy spittoon. You kneel down on the floor and throw your arms around the spittoon, giving the greasy brass bucket a great big hug. How about a kiss? Would you like to kiss it? You know it, baby. You pucker up and give the spittoon a great big kiss right on the rim. Is there tongue involved? Well, I'll leave that up to you. But even without it, it tastes like a burning horse. I love it. I know you do, friend. And if it were legal in this country, I'd let you marry that spittoon and have a beautiful romantic honeymoon night with it. But unfortunately, you're going to have to settle for wearing it as a hat. Yes, please. Oh, it's a hat. Damn it. Can't use hats. You flip that beautiful brass bucket over and slap it on your head, drenching yourself in hot brown tobacco spit. It washes down over your face and hair like a sewage waterfall, soaking your clothes, running down your collar and slithering into your underwear and filling your boots. I can't even force myself to describe it in any more detail than that. You're the world's foulest human being. Congratulations. Shit, I was really hoping it would be a perk. This is a spittoon hat, which is to say, it is a spittoon that you've turned upside down and placed on top of your head. Mysticality and spell damage. Ah, I can't do anything with that. I can't do anything with that. Garbage. I feel a little bit ripped off. Let's go check on that dartboard. There's no way that we can actually do anything. Sorry, no darts from management. Shit. Hey, there's one lone guy just hanging out there for a second. Everyone's just taking part? It's a real Frisco fracas. Or would it be fracas? I don't know if you say fracas or fracas. Am I actually going to kill these people? A drunk gunslinger and a drunk chef. Well, let's try and gun them down. Oh, I do so much damage compared to what they have for health. Might as well blast them down, I say. Decent whiskey, decent wine, decent tequila. I think I've had all those before. I think there's cheap and decent. Am I actually thinning out the fight at all? I'm not so sure that I am. But a man's gotta try. You rope him up. Whoa, you can actually kill him. Look at you go, Susie. Maybe this is one of these things where I can only take part in a certain number of them per day. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and just gun down a bunch of strangers just cause I'm feeling a little grumpy today. It was just the wrong day to cross the grimy slinger. And now look at what's happened. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that there's like a limit to these battles here that I'm gonna be pushing up against. I'm getting less liquor each time, so there's that. That makes me think I'm thinning things out at least a little bit. Yeah, I didn't even get any booze that time. Oh, you emerged from the brawl relatively unscathed. 120 experience that time. Did my amount of experience go up throughout those battles somehow? Oh shit, that was awesome. 4 shots. Blasting everyone away. Oh, my experience must depend on the combination of enemies I'm fighting. Like, sometimes I'm fighting just stronger things. Chefs or whatever might have more experience to give than the gunslingers. Things like that. Things of that sort. I think I can fight this endlessly. I don't seem to be limited by the hard hat on this one. Well, no need to risk raising the difficulty of everything in the area by too much, so I'm going to leave that as is. I don't want to visit everywhere in town just yet, because I want to go check out the last custard stand first before there's a million different things to see and discover in the area, you know? With a spooky combination of hissing, chattering, and clanking, an ancient skeleton rises out of the sand in front of you. He's wearing dented and rusted antique armor and a long handlebar mustache. Must be an ancient explorer or would-be conqueror. Hopefully the former, because he doesn't seem to have been much good at the latter. How does your mustache stay on? That is the real questions you want to be asking. That helmet style makes me immediately think of, like, what would it be? French? Medieval military? I can't remember who had that type of helmet. Do you use glue? Hiss? Give him the turnaround? Oh, I get it. You must be here for the conquering. Hiss? You almost missed it. The raiding party's about a mile that-a-way. Just look for the trail with the path marked out with metal rails. The skeleton snaps with a creaky salute and marches away. Chances are, seeing a train for the first time will make quite an impression on him. You just think he'll be fascinated with trains? Oh, look at him showing off his fine custard. It's a fine custard indeed. And oh, look at what he does to show it off. It looks great. Well, can I pick anything around here? Forage? So is this the last stand or the last custard? Could be both, I suppose. Want some? Nah, ain't a fan. Too squishy. Okay. There's something I can harvest. Gin blossoms. I found that before. Nothing new there. Hi. Well, howdy there. Welcome to the last custard stand. I'm Custard Man Stan, and I make custard like only Custard Man Stan can at Custard Man Stan's Custard Stand. Care to try some? Tell me about your custard stand, Custard Man Stan. Not much to tell. Just a plain honest custard stand selling plain honest custard. But it's the last one? What, like the last one before you get to Frisco? Or Last one in the whole territory. Heck, the last one in the whole world so far as I know, but I can't swear to that. Are you sure it isn't the first? Yep, because the first one was also mine. It was farther up north. Whole dang operation was ate by wasps. Stand and all. Give me them sweet custards. It's time for me to blow this custard stand. Is that a thing that people say? I think it might be. People say hot dog stand? I forget. But let me look at your custards. Chocolate custard. This is a bowl of custard as smooth as it is rich, and as rich as it is brown. Raisin custard. An enterprising custardier has added raisins to this custard, thus raising its quality level. And the vanilla custard. This is a bowl of vanilla-flavored custard. Here's hoping it tastes better than it looks. Well, I'll buy up this one, but I doubt I'll ever have the chance to eat it because my stomach capacity is so limited. Is that seriously? I mean, I guess it's here more for the joke than it is for the actual custard. Fair enough. Let's try a couple wanders in this new area now that we're here. You spot a distinct lack of mining activity in the distance and ride closer to investigate. Yep, sure enough, nobody's mining over here. It's an abandoned mine. Well, I got somewhere new to check out when I decide it's time for it. Don't want to discover a million different places at once. It's happening all over again. You see a plume of smoke rising over the trees to the north of you. You nudge old dumbass in that direction and find a cozy-looking cabin nestled in a copse of pines. The ground outside is sparkly and rainbow-tinted, a telltale side effect of the practice of the jeweler's trade. That sounds very fascinating. That's fascinating enough that I think I'm going to go inspect it right now. Why not? Big monoliths and stuff of El Vibrato. Unfortunately, can't do anything with it right now. The jewelry shop inside. I didn't mean to go inside. I wanted to talk to Susie first. Funny place for a jewelry shop. Can't imagine they get much business. Makes it more exclusive, I guess. Being hard to get makes it more valuable or something. People sure are funny about their pretty rocks. Yeah, you got no need for pretty rocks there, Susie. I'll make you a ring if you want. I'll propose to you, Susie Cochran. I think I might just be falling in love with you. What kind of stuff? I'm going to rifle around through your things before I talk to you. This is the goblin's bed, maybe? He's got a little nightstand next to it, I guess. So definitely, maybe? This appears to be their dining table, but they've left out a stack of magazines for customers to look at while they're waiting. They're all in goblin, though. Most of them are goblin celebrity gossip, and the crossword puzzles have already been filled in. Well, dang it. Your eyebrows are getting wild. Pluck them for some experience. This must be the assistant's toilet. It doesn't have enough rusty scrap metal bolted onto it to be a goblin's toilet. More experience for flourishing toilets. Oh, hello, a customer. Why, hello. Welcome to Master Gerald's jewelry shop. Howdy, are you Master Gerald? Oh, no, Master Gerald is back there at his workbench. I'm just his assistant and translator. A goblin jewelsmith? I have other pieces of goblin jewelry that just suck. You betting your britches, Sonny, and not forgetting it. He says, that's right, the finest jeweler in the territory. Oh, do I keep it secret? Do I keep it to myself that I know how to speak goblin? Well, what do? I don't see anything on display, though. Master Gerald only does bespoke work. If you bring in a sufficiently valuable gemstone, I have one or two, I think, he'll craft it into a fine ring for you for a fee. No trash rocks. Here's what I've got. Master Gerald takes a look at the rocks that you have with you. The effluvious emerald, the cow's eye counts. I wouldn't have guessed that. They sold for like 1,000 or 2,000 or something, but I gotta see what they turn into, right? Master Gerald takes the effluvious emerald, cuts and polishes it, and sets it in a fine ring. This ring, the ring that this is the most similar to is the ring around the watery line of a filthy toilet. Hey, but it has no negatives the way other goblin jewelry does. Max AP and speed, that's pretty great. Alright, you can make me more stuff. Polishes it, sets it in a fine ring. Now the cow can watch everything you punch. Just adds a bunch of muscle, and the unbreakable ruby. This circle shall remain unbroken. Actually, the circle is the weak part. It's the gem that won't break. Bah! All of trash and garbage being. Master Gerald apologizes, but there's nothing here he can work with. Oh, thanks anyways. What am I wearing for a ring right now? Pistol damage. Oh, if only I could get some extra moxie. The speed and AP, that's pretty damn good though. Maybe I start switching up things a little bit, or I don't know. Don't know what to do with any of that, honestly. Well, I think that's everything I can do with this right now. Maybe there's going to be less and less quest lines in this area, storylines. Like, these two things I've found so far, not real quests. Just kind of little standalone things that help add a little bit of wrap-up to earlier parts of the game. The Desolate Lonesome Coast. Ooh, intriguing. Well, next time, guys, I'm going to keep wandering around here, hopefully slowly over time, building up enough experience that I can, I don't know, raise some things to a point that I can go back and take on the Necromancer. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that without just throwing 80 dynamite. You guys will have to chime in if you have any suggestions. I'm guessing there's also levels to this thing, followed by a big boss. So if I use 90 dynamite to take out the first level, that's not looking good for me. So hints, tips, not necessarily hints, tips, suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.